tracers. And like I said, we're going to be doing 20,000 tests per day, actually May 25th, and we're going to have 1,000 tracers online calling people on June 1st.
That is right around the corner. Are there other contact tracing program models around the world that you've studied that maybe you're incorporating elements of into this program?
Yeah, that's a great question. So I would say we're incorporating elements from every program around the world, and that's also one of the advantages of having a world-class Department of Health is they're not only aware of everything the rest of the world is doing, they're in fact seen as a leader. Others they teach the course on how to do this. So having this partnership and being able to connect to the 20,000 tests we're going to be doing every single day for New Yorkers starting May 25th, and the hotels that we've set up through New York City Health and Hospitals to keep people and their families safe, gives us the best of both worlds.
Now, in the hearing yesterday, there were also questions about privacy and cultural concerns.
Battling Lyme disease and to offer hope to others like her. Hello, Meredith, and thank you for being my guest today.
Hi, Dr. Younger. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. I have a question for you. To the best of your knowledge, tell us how you contracted Lyme disease and the symptoms you experienced in late 2019 that brought you to medical attention.
To the best of my knowledge, I probably...
That story in itself is as a fan watching him play like that. No, I remember that. I remember the controversy about Atlantic City during the Knicks series. I remember there were some rumors and stories, but Michael Jordan delivered. He's one of those few athletes that you would watch those games, the important games and the important moments, and you would be all nervous, as we were, Jonathan, watching everything. I mean, some of those games were emotional, and there were great series against New York, against the Pacers, in the finals against Utah. The Seattle series got a little too close for comfort. The Phoenix series was a good one at the end there. But we always knew, what do we always know? We knew that Michael was going to find a way to win. So when B.J. Armstrong says in one of the episodes that Michael had figured out what he needs to do to win the games, he lets the other guys play, he's there just to win. That's how you felt as a fan. So gambling, whatever else was going on, punches thrown at practice, making fun of Scott after the primary or general election during the pandemic. This is
Well, there's a reasonable thought that if a foreign government or one of its entities, like a state-owned enterprise, engages in market activity that a private entity could do, it should be allowed to be sued for that. For example, if it breaches a contract. Unfortunately, it's not clear what the Chinese entities did that looks like a commercial activity. Most of it looks like governmental failure to notify international organizations, failure to do its own public health responsibilities. In all the complaints that filed, the only thing that looks vaguely like a commercial activity is a claim that the Chinese defendants hoarded PPE, personal protective equipment. But that's obviously a complicated factual issue to be determined. It's not clear whether they hoarded it or whether they just used up what they had. The other possible way to sue them is to say that they committed what's called in law a territorial tort. The problem is that it would have to be a tort in the territory of the United States. Both the conduct would have had to have occurred in the United States, or the effect would have to be felt in the United States, and the effect would have to be felt in the United States, both the conduct and the injury. Here, all the conduct that's being challenged occurred.
Somebody homebound or lonely or isolated, look, reach out to them to make all the difference.
in their lines. And that medicine strategy group survey, it also found that 71% of Americans stated they're concerned that social distancing measures that we have, it's going to have a negative impact on the country's mental health, including...
ShortWave event, and the track is banked a lot more than you can imagine. So we're going 182.5 miles an hour. I said to him, we're awfully close to that wall when I finally opened up my eyes, and he said, no, I think we got at least 12 or 13 inches. Oh my God, at 182.5. I'd never do it again, but what a thrill. I have it on tape. We play it periodically. You can't hear me.
We're going to check in on ABC Sports. I'll be right back. Neil Diamond coming up. 미국 명소인 플로리다 마이애미 해변은 지난 주말 폐쇄됐습니다. 관할 결창 당국이 전 주말까지 개방됐던 일부 지역을 무기한 폐쇄한 것입니다. 봉쇄가 풀리면서 수많은 사람들이 해변으로 몰려나왔지만 해변 입장을 위한 의무사항인 마스크 착용과 물리적 거리두기를 지키지 않는 사람이 너무 많았기 때문입니다. 이틀 동안 8,000명의 위반자를 적발해서 구두로 경고했답니다. 도저히 티켓을 뗄 경황이 안 됐다고 밝혔습니다. 문제는 이 세계에서 가장 많은 환자와 사망자가 나온 미국에서 마스크 착용을 거부하는 사람들이 이렇게 존재할수록 코로나 확산 가능성은 상존하며 락다운 해제는 점점 멀어진다는 사실입니다. 트럼프 대통령이 부인의 말을 들어 마스크를 쓰고 언론에 등장할 때까지, 아니 그 이후까지도 코로나가 사라질 때까지 우리는 부지런히 마스크를 씁시다. 뉴스 브리핑 안동일이었습니다. 오늘은 정치 참여와 센서스, 그리고 우리 한인들의 목소리에 대해 다시 한번 생각해봅니다. 코로나19 사태 속에서 진행되고 있는 연방 인구조사, 센서스의 전반적인 참여율이 저조한 것으로 나타났습니다. 연방 통계에 따르면 연장을 거듭하고 있음에도 미국 전체의 인구조사 참여율은 5월 10일 현재 60%를 밑돌고 있으며, 특히 우리 한인들이 많이 거주하고 있는 뉴욕시가 전 미국 평균에 못 미치는 것으로 나타나 있습니다. 연방인구센서스국이 지난 10일 발표한 통계에 따르면 미국 전체에서는 58.6%가 센서스에 참여를 했고, 뉴욕주는 전미 평균의 5% 모자란 53%, 뉴저지는 전미 평균보다 2%포인트 높은 60.4%의 주민이 인구조사에 참여한 것으로 나타났습니다. 특히 뉴욕시의 경우가 참여율이 저조했는데요. 퀸즈 47%, 맨하탄 49%, 브롱스 48%.
বাঁধবো। আমি তো বললুম, কিছু মনে করবেন না, কিন্তু আপনার বয়সটা কত মনে হয় জিজ্ঞেস করলেন ভদ্রলোক। বললুম, দেখে তো মনে হয় 80-টাশি। আবার সেই মোলায়েম হাসি এসে বললেন, অ্যাড অ্যানাদার 46। বলুন তাহলে সোজা হিসেব। এরপর ঠিক মতো ব্রেকফাস্ট খাওয়া হলো। এমন শহরে খিদে মরে যায়। ভারতবর্ষের না, শুধু ভারতবর্ষ কেন, খুব সম্ভবত সারা পৃথিবীর মধ্যে সবচেয়ে দীর্ঘায়ু লোক এখানে এসে রয়েছে। আমরা যখন রয়েছি তখন
where more of those regional and local folks get another shot at this, because I think that was a really successful thing y'all did early on, and then
know above all else that you're a child of the King. Believe that. Own it. And choose, because it is a choice, choose to live in that promise from God all the days of your life.
I can trust him.
Get him to go to Mac. So you hear that stat, and that's like, wow, that's for sure. But what do you do about those children who don't want to go to Mac? Because there's a large segment of that population that wants something to do.
Oh yeah, that's right. But I think there's a hitting bottom here right now. Just like an addictive disease. I think there's a hitting bottom here. And I know a number of families.
Quedó muy afectada por todas las cosas que vivió conmigo, por todo el abandono.
Hola, te saluda Omar Morillo, conductor y productor del programa Vida Dura. En esta oportunidad para invitarte a que visites nuestro sitio en la internet. Verás historias reales de
la luna y que tú no te levantes jamás. Pero qué lindo es que cuando Dios te habla para atrás, como que te da una fuerza, una energía, un esteroide espiritual.
We are strong. We are resilient. And we will get through this together. But these are stressful times. And it's important to also practice good self-care. It's normal to feel
partido de Estados Unidos contra Inglaterra de la CBL Cup 2020 a través de tu DN Radio. Vivimos tu pasión. El lateral por izquierda,
We're reminded that prayer binds the family together. Scripture says a threefold cord. See what getting over 10 servings of whole fruits and vegetables every day can do for you. Right now, Balance of Nature.
Having depression and such. I don't know if that was her name, but in any event,
Julie.
I've been with. Pardon?
Her name was Julie. A lot about supply chain right now, particularly when it comes to meat. Should we be worried about whether there's going to be meat available from your stores on, for example, July 4?
No, we have an amazing group of suppliers that we've been working with for decades at Burger King, and the same for Tim Hortons and Popeyes for all the proteins that we serve. We've got safety measures in place for stock and inventory. We work very closely all the way back to the raw material suppliers, and we're working closely with them during this difficult moment. And we feel confident in our supply chain. We feel confident in the quality of our product and in our ability to deliver it every day to our consumers across the country and across North America.
Jose, you have a presence in China. Talk to us about what you've learned from the experience in China. And for that matter, are you thinking of maybe expanding over there? Luckin is having some difficulty in coffee. Are you going to open a bunch of Tim Hortons coffee shops?
Yeah, we've been in China for quite some time. We have over 1,300 restaurants with Burger King. We started to develop Tim Hortons in China in 2019 and had a very strong start last year and look forward to a really fast growth trajectory in China for the coffee business, which is, we think, one of the more exciting markets for coffee around the world, in addition to the U.S. and Canada. And then Popeyes is about to open its first restaurant in China. It's a beautiful store in Shanghai. So we believe long term in that market. We think it's an incredible market where fast food and quick service brands like ours in a space in a segment like burgers, chicken, and coffee that are fast growing in that market will do quite well over time. We learned a lot from our experience with COVID-19 in China. The teams at Burger King and Tim Hortons in China that were already operating restaurants did an incredible job, along with our franchisee, along with our teams as well, to build procedures, contactless procedures, enhance safety.